Hey, what up? This is your boy, the Solo Traveler ORD. Thanks again for checking out my video. Please like, subscribe, and share my videos. This video is going to be about my last trip going to Colombia. I just got back and I'm ready to tell you guys all the new details, all the new updates. Yeah, just like I said, I just got back from Colombia. I know that a lot of people want to know, is Colombia requiring a COVID test? Of course, no. Currently, Colombia is not requiring you to take a COVID test, a PCR test to enter into the country. The only thing you need to do is the pre-immigration registration document, the document that I actually showed you guys in the last video that I created. As long as you fill that out 24 hours prior to arriving to the airport, you're good to go. Of course, you have to fill that out not only before you get to Colombia and when you're exiting out of Colombia. So that's the most important thing you need to worry about. Anything else, you don't have to worry about any COVID tests or any quarantine, anything of that nature. So everything is all good when it comes down to that. The next thing I want to touch on is Uber. Yeah, currently Uber at the airport they're kind of messing up. Currently they're trying to charge the same fee as if you're taking a taxi because of the fact that they don't want to pay the toll going back and forth from the airport. So when I first got there, the guy was telling me that he wanted me to pay about the same amount from leaving from the airport to go to Lavalier, as well as even going to Poblado or something like that. So the reason being, like I said, is because they want us to pay for that toll tax. So for the taxi, so it usually costs about 80 mil with the taxi to go from the airport to get to Poblado or anywhere else down there in the center of the city. Well, that's what Uber is trying to charge. So when I met with the Uber driver that was picking me up, the app says they're going to charge about 57 mil. So then the Uber driver is like, hey, I should pay him extra out of my pocket. And I'm just like, I really wasn't feeling that at first when I first got there. And that's one thing that I noticed, that that's what the Uber drivers are trying to do. They're trying to charge the same amount as taxis. So I'm like, if that's the case, I might as well just, take a taxi then, just be legal with it. So, so on my way, leaving out of the country, I actually took Uber and he did the same thing with me, but the difference is that I only paid the toll. So I paid the 57 mil from the application, but I paid the toll, which was about 17 mil. So it was okay, it wasn't too bad. It still was a little bit cheaper than a taxi. However, I just hate the fact of paying a little bit extra than what the app says, because a lot of times, I've seen how funny it is in other countries, how they will try to get you for extra money, such as going to DR or something like that. They will try to charge you, extra. And a lot of these people, they don't know that once you cancel the actual service with them, you actually get charged a fee. So that's why, usually I try to have them cancel it. If anything, I'm like, I'm not going to cancel it because I'm not going to pay a fee, then got to pay you extra money. That's just too much. Also, since I'm talking about money, I want to go into the whole currency exchange rate of the dollar to the Colombian pesos. I'm not sure if you guys noticed it, but the American dollar has gone down compared to the Colombian pesos. Well, what it used to be back in, I would say March, even to in the middle of the summer, basically for 300 mil, it was relatively about $85. Now it has risen to about $92. So each time I went to the ATM, basically for 300 mil, I paid about $92, and that's with the extra $2 fees for using, out of a bank, teller fee or whatever. So that's how much we're looking, about $92, $93. That's from what I was paying. That's basically what I was paying. I hope that the dollar doesn't slip anymore, because it looks like it's going back to what it was 4 years ago. 4 years ago it was about $300. Sorry, 4 years ago it was about 300 mil for $100. So that's how I was able to try to see, where the money is at as far as the difference between the American money as well as the Colombian money. The next one I want to talk about is that there is still tons of traffic out there. No matter what you're doing, depending on the time of day, moving from one side of the city, you're going to hit tons of traffic. So that hasn't changed. So, if you're going from Poblado to Central, you're going to hit traffic, or even going north for Central, you're dealing with a lot of traffic, so nothing has changed with that. And as well as since there's so much traffic, there is just so much traffic at the malls currently, since it's because it's Navidad, it's the Christmas season. So if you go to the mall, you'll see just tons and tons of people there buying stuff. If you go there right now during this December time, yeah, I went there and I was just like, wow, there's just so much. I went to Santa Fe Mall, I went to another premium mall, and they were just packed. More so Santa Fe than anything than the other mall that I went to. But you know, just know that, hey, if you're gonna go out there, if you're gonna do some shopping or move around, that'll probably be the place you want to go to if you're looking for, you know, people to meet up with or whatever. For guys who are looking for women to meet, regular girls, go to the mall and you will be able to, you know, find whoever you want over there, because that's where everybody's at. Next I'm gonna touch on is Parque Yardis. So the park is open. There is a lot, I've noticed that there is a lot more restaurants that are open. I didn't move around as much in Poblado. I spent most of my time in Lavalier. However, when I was there for the brief moment of time, I noticed that Gusto's was still open, so it looks like some of the discos are open, but I didn't want to go to the disco this time around while I'm there, because I'm going back again next weekend or so. But this trip really wasn't about partying and things like that. I went down there and I got my cedula and took care of some other things that need to be taken care of. But for a lot of you guys that are looking to go over there to go party, it looks like Gusto's is still open. Now, if there's tons of women or people that's there, I don't know. I didn't want to, you know, go to the club this time around or go to the tourist clubs. But I could definitely tell you that some of the places are opening back up. There's some bars that are open in the tourist areas. Now, I've seen some bars also open outside the tourist areas as well. And one of the reasons why I went down there this time around is because of the holidays. I love how Medellin takes care of Christmas and how they put up lights everywhere. So I actually went to two separate parks this time around. I went to Parque del Norte, which they always have, you know, their annual Christmas lights and everything, which is always great. This time around, I know that they scaled back because of COVID, so it wasn't as big as how it was years past. And I also went to Sabanata. I went all the way out there to that park, and they actually had a nice little event that was going on, a nice little festival. So those, I also heard in La Laureles that they also had something going on. I was staying in that area, but I didn't even go visit that park. So I kind of wish I did, but for all of you guys that are going in December, that's something to take a look at. Make sure you go check out the parks with the lights. And this your boy, the Solo Travel ORD. Thanks again for checking out these videos and all my other videos. Please like, subscribe, and share, and I'm out.